other girl. So how my story and the other girlfriend's story, how is it so similar? And everybody here wouldn't want to take the child. God, get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me in the comments? Listen, no sound.
I can
Okay,
hear you.
we're back. We got back. We're back.
You
Okay,
good?
go ahead. Yeah, everybody good. So now you hear
I got cut off. Can I just sum it up real quick?
Sum it up, sister.
Okay. So basically, like I said, I reached out to her after I saw the post, and I just wanted some clarity because, like I said, Nova is so secretive about his life, and he's constantly keeping stuff from me. And you know, I actually started to get red flags about his homosexuality this past year because people were telling me he was meeting people at Walmart. He was living with 2 gay men. Apparently, I've come to Chanel's house twice and didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is going on. And I've asked him a number of times, who you living with? Who you got my child around? It's not like I wasn't concerned. You understand what I'm saying? So, and everybody who's been around me has been a witness to this. Now, also, he has called, when he was with Kiera, he called defects on me because I was about to lose my place. He took advantage of the fact that I was about to be homeless and used that as a way and actually kidnapped my son for a whole week. We had an agreement. He was to keep him for 5 days so I could make arrangements, and actually had my friend Sam, who was on this live, come pick me up and take me to Atlanta so that way he could see his son. My friend Sam has made sure he's seen his son, has footed the bill numerous number of occasions, let me drive his car to go take him to see his son. I used to take the mega bus to Atlanta to make sure he saw his son because of his situation. I have gone out of my way for this man a number of times after everything that he has done to me. So if y'all telling me I'm bitter, I have a right to be. I have a right to be because I've been disrespected, and I myself have been hurt and manipulated and deceived for the course of 6 years. This man can't even speak for himself. He has to have somebody else speak for himself because he knows I'm telling the truth. Noble won't talk to nobody. And I'm just so shocked that he has opened up with this. And that's another thing, violating my privacy. This woman has my address. She knows all my personal information, my mother's, friends everything. She has investigated on me and got all this information to use it against me. So who's the real one with the problem here? And you know, granted, I admitted that I had anxiety and depression, but this is why. Because I have to deal with hateful, evil people like this who have nothing better to do than deceive and manipulate people and use their platform and their social media to bash people. And that's wrong. And the fact is I took that live down. That live that you're sharing, which, by the way, I've given nobody permission to take or use, but I know you do what you got to do for your thing, baby.
I'm gonna take it down.
I know. I appreciate that. That would just mean so much to me because, honestly, I made that live out of anger, and that's why I turned right back around and made a public apology. Because this has nothing to do with the LGBT community at all. It has everything to do with my son's father and everything he has condoned for the course of 6 years. So I appreciate everybody who believes me and who doesn't see me as this malicious, evil person, because that's never been me. And I have no hate. And even now, I appreciate you, Chanel, for coming through and actually telling me the truth, because my son's father couldn't. I appreciate her because I would have never had the truth.
She did not hear that because I don't know what the fuck I did. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna step back. Could you repeat what you just said? Because I said
I appreciate you for being the one to come to me because he clearly couldn't. You know, I appreciate you for stepping in because you knew that, you know, it needed to be told. And granted, I didn't appreciate how you said, well, I got millions of dollars. I can have me a surrogate girl. Basically, like, I'm a non-factor. Like, you can just take my child and raise him. And that's another thing. You kissed my son on video. You kissed my son on video. He's told me that you bathed him and you bathed his private part. Whether that seems pedophile or not, I don't approve of it. And nobody's going to touch my son that I don't agree with. His father should have been bathing him. And that's another thing. You slept in the bed with my child. You should have never gotten to bed with my child, and you lied to me and told me that never happened. But one thing I know, my son's not a liar. He's not gonna tell me that. And then for you to say that
you don't want your child, you don't want your child to be in the household with Coco and Nova.
like I said, if they had come to me and explained to me this and said, you know, this is how we would have got my views and compromised with me, and we would have came to some medium as adults, I could have respected this situation a lot more. But no, like I said, the deception's gone on for 6 years, 5.5, whatever you know, however long she claims. And yes,
so are you going to take steps? Are you going to take steps to not have your son?
At this point, where things have gone, and that's another thing, I don't use my son as a tool to control my son's father. I've never begged him to come down here. I've never asked him to be here. I don't want a relationship with him. All I asked him to do was be there for his son. First day of school, Christmas, all of that. There was even times where he spent with other women and their kids and provided for them while he left me and his son in the streets homeless. And since she decided to publicly say that he begged me for an abortion, why do y'all even care about this child to begin with? Why are y'all coming for me and my custody rights as a parent?
Let me ask Coco something. Coco, did you sleep in the bed with her child? There were
times where he was in the bed with us watching movies and doing different things, but
did your son ever allege at any time that
I have a California kid bed.
I've had to deal with my child telling me that he wants to be a girl, that he likes girl things, and that, you know, he's seen other people. He even told me he's seen Coco and Nova kiss and be intimate in front of him and doing things that were inappropriate. I quote, inappropriate, because he knows what inappropriate means.
Does your son at any time?
How does a 5-year-old? How does a 4-year-old? She's not.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Shakie?
You need to bring his aunties and his cousins on the line.
No, because that's another thing. I already talked to Lynette, his aunt, and she is on my side with this. She's even invited me to South Carolina to move because she wants to help me because her nephew can't step up. And she's also told Coco that you're not going to use her name. You're not going to lie on her about information you don't know. On top of that, you claim Evan knows about this whole thing, but my mother just talked to Evan a couple days ago, and he has no clue. He says his son hardly even talks to him. And clearly he don't live with him, even though he's told me that I've been living with my dad. He's been lying about his whereabouts and everything. He even got his own place and told me, good luck finding me with your son, bitch. He done told me that. He is vindictive, and he has attacked me every chance he has gotten to. And like I said, when he lived with Kiera, they opened up a defects case on me just so he could try to take the baby from me and kick me while I was down. What kind of person does that?
Do you think that your son...
This is the man you love. This is the man you want to marry. By all means, go ahead, baby. But guess what? I'm a package deal. If he wants to be his son's life, I'm a package deal. And no, it ain't because I want a family. No, it ain't because I'm bitter and I want a relationship with him. It's because I have a right to. I'm the mother. And at the end of the day, you got to go through me to get to him. So if you can't get through me, then oh well. At this point, because of everything that you've escalated this situation to, I would never let my child come around you guys or any side of his family again. And I'm saying that for the record, because guess what? When I get full custody, this is the end of me being a part of any of this. I hope this dies off with the past and I can move on with my life. Because right now, I've got to come to God real good right now just to keep me strong. Because you know how many days that I feel like I didn't protect my child? You know how many times I beat myself up for the choices that I made and the things that I did? They told me, my son told me, no, listen, my son told me, since we want to talk about abuse, first of all, I have a right to spank my child. Second of all, if I'm smoking or doing something of adult nature, he's going to be in his room. He's going to be out of the room with me. So nothing along the lines of that is abuse whatsoever. But my son did tell me when I finally got the truth out of him about Coco, he said that he was afraid to tell me because his daddy threatened to spank him if he ever brought me up. And the first night I heard, he said, we just left Coco's. One time I called, I said, what are y'all doing? He's like, we're about to go to Coco's house. And I said, you're about to go where? And he got real quiet. And I heard his dad talking in the background. He's like, oh, we're just going to the store. He turned around and lied to me. You've made my son lie to me, keep secrets from me and everything. So that alone is fucking wrong.
Okay, so listen. Check it out.
Sister, I want you to have a conversation with Novi about himself.
No, Nova doesn't get a voice. He should have stepped up and been a man. He don't get a voice.
Let me add them so I can talk to him. He doesn't have a social media. I want to ask him.
What I'm not gonna do, what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna allow.
Oh, and then what about me pulling up? You sit here and say you don't fight, but you've initiated and told me to pull up on you several times. Talking about why
so,
we
sister,
fought?
and
Yeah,
what
I'm not gonna fight a big ass man. What I look like?
I think that this, because a 5-year-old could be smart, and I understand it. But I think that as far as him, he said to you at any point in time that he wants to be a girl. I do not believe that. I'm not saying I just, for some reason, I believe that. I think he looks at Coco as a woman. I think that he looks at his father as his man, and I think that's as a man. And I think that he looks at Coco as his father's girlfriend. And I think that if he is telling you that at 5 years old, I believe that it's deeper than anything. And you didn't take him to some type of psychiatrist or psychologist to do anything like that. I just find that unbelievable. I think that this is
absolutely. This right here is helping me move forward. It really is, and I thank you for being a part of that. And I mean, honestly, like I said, all I care about is my son's well-being. He's 5. I had to explain to him this situation because he's constantly asking me. He's been trying to come in this room several times because he's so worried about me. And I
understand that, and I think that's warranted from you. I believe that part. But what I'm saying is that my son is 12 and he doesn't even understand the tenets of homosexuality, and he's very smart when it comes to some things.
This is public though. When this has been aired out like this, and I've had to deal with it.
He has
the mother.
Does he have an Instagram? I'm not saying 5 years old are not smart. I'm saying that the certain tenet. I'm telling you, if your child is telling you, "I want to be a girl," and you're directly associated because him and his father's girlfriend are watching movies, it has been shown time and time again. This is a fact. Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can say I'm wrong. But this is what I'm saying. Just like 2 straight people can raise a gay child, 2 gay people can raise a straight child.
And if my son decides to be gay in his future, that's fine. I'm going to accept him regardless of who he decides to be. But as a child, they don't know any better. And you can't manipulate their minds to think that it's okay to do one thing or another. I want him to know who he is and appreciate him for the body God gave him and the life he's destined to be. I don't tell him he can't fight the girl toys. I don't tell him he can't like.
Did you at any point in time? Did you explain to your child that Coco was born anatomically a man? Did you explain that to your child? Or did you have that talk with your child?
He asked me, he said, "Mommy, why is Daddy with a man?" And I explained to him. And he said, "Why does Coco look like a girl? She's a man." And I had to explain to him. I said, some people decide that, this is the life they choose to be, but that is a decision they make as adults. I explained to him, I said, that is a decision they make as adults. And I said, people are different. I always teach him that. The people are different. Okay? And, but that doesn't mean that it's okay or that I condone.
I want to ask Nova a few questions, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
I will
bring you back. Let Nova come on the live so he can answer the questions that he need to answer.
I need to find out what's going on. Because that's, it's just, well, I gotta get off. Come add yourself to the live on the other line. I'm not saying kids don't know, but I'm saying also we influence what the kids see. And so this is I look at reaction. Because if my son comes and tells me he wants to be a girl, we have to go talk to somebody that know a little bit more than me about the situation. Not, no, baby, this is that. No, it doesn't work. Where is, I'm so listen, I could be wrong. I just don't think that, I think it's a little bit more dramatic than what's actually thing. Do the child know? I think children are given the word, and y'all can, and I mean, y'all can say I'm wrong, but I'm a gay father of a son. So I think I have an openly gay father of a son. So I think I have a little bit more experience than the average person. That's all I'm saying. I have a little bit more experience than the average person. Okay. So the first, let's clear this up. Did the child lay in the bed with y'all outside of the movies? Because she's saying the child slept in the bed with y'all. So was it the movie thing or was it a sleeping in the bed thing?
It was, what you mean? Like,
your baby mama said that the child had slept in the bed with you and Chanel. And
yeah, but we both have, each other's side, but he sleeps on the side with me.
Gotcha. She said that the baby, that your son has actually told her that he wants to be a girl. Has he ever told you anything like that?
No, he never told me this.
Why?
And she found out I was on the radio, and then she probably started, asking the questions like, have Coco touched you, or do you know that's trans and stuff. This when all this stuff started, she started asking questions like that. But
So
he's around. He never does anything like ask questions like that.
so he was around you and Chanel for about 4 years. All of a sudden, you do the radio thing, and this is what.
Then it just switched. Everything just switched. She so you're choosing a trans over me. You're not trying to be with your family. And she went to her mom personally and told her that, like, oh, Nova's choosing a trans over me and his family.
Do you feel like that at any point in time that your son was in any type of harm or anything like that at any time when he was under your care?
No.
Have you ever had any type of report or anything made against you about you as a father?
No.
Do you feel like one may be coming from her at this point in time?
You said like a report,
do you think she's going? Like she's saying that she's trying to get full custody. Of course, she will bring this up as part of the thing about the full custody. Do you have any fear or doubt that you, whatever?
No, I know I'm a good father. I pay child support. I'm not on child support, but sometimes like I give her, extra money. It was times I got her clothes and shoes, and my dad like, why are you buying your baby mama stuff? I'm like, I don't want my baby mama out here crazy. He's like, oh, I understand that. So it's like now I don't even want to do nothing because you want to go public with stuff.
Has your son ever questioned the sexuality or gender of Chanel?
No, he never have. He look at Coco as like a mother figure. He's like my stepmom.
Do you feel like your son likes Coco and like thinks that she's do you feel like they have a good relationship, I guess?
Yes.
Do you trust Coco around your child implicitly, like without you even being there? Does Coco ever have time alone with your son?
Yeah, I respect her, and she have God kids, so I don't see where all this coming from. It's just not just my son. She have God children, and I have a godson. So it's like, where's all this coming from?
Do you feel that did you feel that your baby mom is being truthful when she says that her son is questioning her about the sexuality or gender of Chanel?
No, I feel like she probably told him like, oh, that's not a woman. Out of out of anger. Everything is out of anger. All of this is out of anger. That's why she went live. It's all out of anger.
So you fully intend throughout the entirety of your of going on to have Chanel to be a full participant in your child's life?
Yeah.
No, I would not. So what they say, let them ask the question. What at any point in time, when do you plan on ever explaining to your son? At what point in time do you actually intend to explain to your child that this is an alternative relationship other than something that he may traditionally see?
When he's old enough and start asking questions like that. But my main focus with him is like school and sports. Because most of the time when I have him, I bring him to the basketball court. He's like, Daddy, I want to do karate. He tell me what he want to do in life. Not all the other stuff that don't matter. Like, it's his world at the end of the day. That's how I look at it.
Okay. Are you concerned at all with the safety of your child or the sanity of your child or even the gender or sexual identity of your child going forward with Coco at all?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Let me look at something else. I'll come right back to you.
All
right. So listen, I have to say this before. Let me. Okay. So listen, let me explain something to y'all. I am a gay father of a child. My son, when he wants to lay in the bed with me, is going to lay in the bed with me. If he wants to sleep with me, he's going to sleep with me. And there's nothing that is going to happen to him. Nobody's going to touch him and nothing. So as far as somebody saying that my daughter is straight, my son is straight as well. So before y'all say that this is what is going on, I am telling you from somebody that is a father, and that is my first and most important job, that is not necessarily a case of how it goes. I'm telling you as a gay father. So at some point in time, if I ever find a snack that's going to last, but at some point in time, I will have to explain to my child the tenets of not only sexuality, but homosexuality. And at some point in time, my son is going to have to meet whoever I decide to be in love with at the same time. But I will never lie to my child, and I will never hide anything from my child. Now, as far as them laying in the bed and watch movies, this is I really don't think, I do not know, was the thing, and it may not be something I would choose to do. But as a father, I have to respect, and I need y'all as parents to respect this. His decision to include his lover in the life of the raising his child. That, just like y'all saying, as my child, well, guess what? The child in question is his child. I'm not taking sides before y'all go crazy. Okay? My son will never sleep in it. No, he wouldn't. But, you know, I don't think the baby actually, I think we really was watching movies. And I think that if the baby fell asleep, it was on his daddy's side. And I think that was his child. So at the end of the day, sister, I tell y'all all the time, y'all love me, y'all let your children watch me, cool. But at the end of the day, your kids. And you have to take accountability for them. You understand what I'm saying? So at the same time, he has to take accountability for them. The baby mama is the only person that can actually have a valid point as to what the rearing is. And I think that they need to talk together and have to come to a common knowledge. I do not think, I really just honestly, for some reason, and my tuition is telling me one thing. I really do not believe that the baby going around saying is Nova man. If he took the wig off in front of the baby, I do not know. But I do not think that was happening. I really believe that the baby mama is upset. And who wouldn't be as a woman? And I believe that if they are explaining the tenets of being a man or sexuality, I think it may come from the baby mama. So I mean, you know, the whole situation is that's just my so I believe it can happen. I don't know. I do not think, let me tell you something. The amount of parents raising, the amount of gay parents, let me tell you something. This is the fact. Y'all can look it up. I'm not going to pull up the receipt. Y'all can take my word and look it up yourself because I don't even want to go into it. But I studied this as a gay parent. I looked at this. But the amount of gay parents raising gay children is less than 1%. The amount of straight parents raising gay children is about 20%. So straight people are making gay children, not gay people. So get that out your mind. So just because two gay parents are raising children does not mean the children is going to be coming out gay. Usually, so the stats is in, it's less than 1%. So gay parents can raise straight children. In fact, it is shown that gay parents raising children are more rounded. The children come out more rounded, smarter, make more money. That's the statistic. Y'all can believe it wrong. So just like gay people, just like straight people are raising gay children, straight people, it goes vice versa. And this is the stat. You think I'm lying? I'm not arguing with y'all about it. Go look it up.
Just tap that search.
So the amount of straight people raising gay children is about 20%. And the amount, and I don't remember the exact number. I wish I did, and I don't feel like looking it up because my brain is hurting with this. But so before y'all go into that and say that this should not happen, this is that gay people are gay people and they're going to raise children. Y'all, there's a fact of life on this planet. And guess what? You're going to have to deal with it. Y'all, if people that do follow me and people that do think it, I am a gay father. I am a gay father. I'm openly gay. I will not hide who I am from my children. And I don't let people meet my children unless I'm confident of them. And it's not nothing to do with it. It's not nothing to do with the children. It's something to do with the people I'm with, because I don't want to show them different things. But that's my choice as a father. It's this man's choice as a father to not hide who he is very early on. I don't know if that's smart, but I'm interested to see how it turns out. Let's do this. I'm gonna say this. We're gonna do this. I think I've heard enough. I think that I've heard enough. I appreciate my guest. I would tag both of them on a post. So if you want further information or talk to either one of them on your own, you'll be able to do that. But I pray, and this is Shakie's final thought. Girl, Jared, don't sue me, sister. Oh, brother. But this is Shakie's final thought. This is 2019. By the time, so he's 5 in 2019. By the time he's 18, it'll be 2033. They're gonna have nowadays there's stuff called pansexual, intersex, interchange, interstate, intercontinental. I don't know. They got all kind of stuff. So by the time 2023 hit there, people gonna be super sexuals and trident sexuals and quadrisexuals and hexasexuals. So the world we live in is changing. So also our mindset has to change too. They need to work together. There's no doubt about it. There is that's fine, essence. If you don't want your son involved, that is so fine. And you have a right to feel that way, and you should do whatever you feel that's legally of your capability to do. Sister, I can't tell you how to raise your son. I cannot tell you. I wish that you have a better open mind about it, because I feel like you're hurt. So I wish you have a more clear and open mind about it. But if you don't want to, that's fine. You have that right too, because that's your child. But I just hope that we could open our minds and our hearts to different types of lifestyles. People wasn't this gay when Obama was president. Trump, bring it out, you bitch. So I just wanted to say a few closing remarks, please. No, sister, I am this too. I knew it was gonna get heavy. I didn't know it was gonna get this heavy. I feel like I was drowned out by Coco. All right, sister, you got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You gotta say everything you say. 5:31. You gotta say everything you gotta say. 5 minutes. Let's go.
Again, I just want to thank you.
Coach.
I'm moving on from this, but no, like I said, I personally don't allow my son to be in the bed with me and anybody. So that's just regardless of who she is or what she is. I don't care. That's not right. And I had a right to know. This is my child. I actually have to raise him, and now I have to do it alone because I have to make the hard decision to remove myself from this situation because it's just gotten so far out of hand. And you know, me at this point, it's personal for me because this is a very heavy topic. I'm very hurt because, like I said, the amount of time that it's gone on, and I really just want to heal from this, and I want to move forward and give my son the life he deserves. And that has been made difficult because of the things that they've done. And like I said, he hasn't sent me money out of spite, and he says he wants his son to be involved in these sports, but I told him, you know, basketball costs this, I can cover half, you can get the other half. I've come to him, I've communicated. There is no reason why we should not be at some kind of agreement here at this point in time. So now, unfortunately, we got to leave it to the courts. You know, I thank you for covering this story, tuning in, everybody tuning in. I felt like I was drowned out because, you know, people was just talking over me, but, you know, again, I mean, no ill will, and I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor, and I've been through so much in my life besides this situation. I'm just trying to keep it together for my child. You understand what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, this is now Coco's responsibility too. She wants to take this on. But see, like I said, if they're married and they're in a relationship, I have no problem with her being influenced in my child's life. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying she's a bad parent. I'm not saying anything. I don't know her to say anything about her. But that's what's messed up is she's taking all this information from Nova instead of coming to me and asking me, you know, or getting to know me. She's used all this information to create this bitter baby mama story. And it's messed up that she's using her social media to exploit me. because I'm upset. Anybody would be upset, baby. If you was in a similar situation, you'd be upset. Anybody on here would have been upset. Anybody. I can't be bashed for being upset. You know, and that's just my thing. Like, I deserve to have a right of who my child is around. And that's all I want to do. And I feel used because this is who this man really was. And he kept portraying to me, he kept denying everything, literally denying. Like, why would you think that of me? He took it personal when I would ask him. And I always came to him positively and was like, you know, if this is who you are, I want you to be happy. And I want that. I still want that now. This is what makes him happy. I want to be happy. But you're not considering your son in all of this. So I have to make this decision now to do what I got to do for my son. That's all that matters. That's all that matters is my child. Okay?
I thank you for coming. If you could just, I would like to keep abreast of the situation. If you have any updates or something as far as what's going on, just kind of let me know. I wish the best for your son, and I think that I hope you navigate this correctly. And if you need some advice from me, I am a gay father. I am an openly gay father.
Thank you.
And so of a son. And so if you need something from me or need to know something about what I go through or how I do with my baby's mother, I would be glad to talk to you one-on-one or anything like that in regards to that as far as advice. My son is 12, so most of that stuff is kind of like the childish partner is over with. But I can tell you what I want.
Okay.
I love you.
I just want to say you if you can send me recordings or something like that, just so I can, you know, have record of everything I say. I've tried to record some stuff here, but I've had a hard time operating off of my computer and my phone. But as a father, you know, parent to parent, we don't ever want to be deceived or left in the dark about anything when it involves our children.
Right.
And
thank you so much for stopping by.
Yes.
I appreciate you coming to my life.
There was something I wanted to ask you though. Is it okay if I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
How do you feel? Do you believe that there should be some rights for heterosexual people who go through these situations? I know I'm not the first. I just feel like there has to be some kind of justice in all of this, you know, legally. I mean, it has nothing to do with the LGBT or anything. It's just period, the deception alone. You know, it's not right.
I think that in a situation like this that you have, I don't think there's nothing here that I've heard today that's stopping the man from being a father outside of the child support issue or whatever the case may be. And I would wish that, I know you have a lot of rights, and I know that you could wield your rights with how you feel to wield them. But I think that nothing, including sexuality, should stop a man from being a father to his son. That's just what I think.
Maybe we can get to that point one day, hopefully, you know. But as of right now, like I said,
as you have your rights, and I'm sure some type of legal person could help you, whatever rights that you feel like you have. But I wish you look into a way that you can maybe some type of way work through this, because I don't think his sexuality stops him from being a father. I don't. I think maybe if you have the issue with the Coco or Chanel as we call her, I think you could navigate that some type of way. I think that your son loves you. I think that your son loves him. And I think that it would be
absolutely.
And I think it would be a remiss of you or anybody to stop that love, including the court system. But again, I'm not your son's father.
It's just, you know, how much do you have to put up with before it's enough, you know?
I mean,
and I just want some justice for the people who are going through this, because it's happening everywhere. And if we're fighting for rights for other people, we have rights too, you know. And us as black people, so we gotta come together.
Let me ask you this. Watch this. Do you feel for your son's safety when he's with his father? Yes or no?
Yes, I do, because he was recently incarcerated for having drugs while my son was in the car. You know, Coco didn't mention that. That was one of the main reasons why I stopped letting him get his child.
If your responsibility as the parent, you do whatever thing you need to do. If you feel that your son is not safe with his father, then you do whatever you need to do. There's no anything else you do is you less than a mother. You go. Let me say something. I love my baby mama to death. I swear to God, I love this woman. I love
At
everything
least
about
you
her.
do, though. You have
But
respect for her as the mother of your
but
child.
if I felt that my son was not safe with her, I would beat her to the ground. I would go to court on her. I would call the police on her. It'll be the least. I love her to death, and I feel my son is safe with her. She feels our son is safe with me. So at the same time, if she didn't feel that our son was safe with me, I want her to have that same energy that I have. Because that's who number one here. Not me, not you, not what I'm feeling, not my hurt, not my pain, not hers. But if my son is not safe with me, you need to beat me to the you. I want you to stop. I give everybody I know, my brothers, my mama, her people, her brothers. Y'all come. If my son is not safe with me, beat me like I stole something. Beat me like I
Well,
was.
everything is being done out of spite, so I don't know how to move forward at this point.
But you said you don't feel your son safe with him, then do what you need to do. I'm not telling you go do something physical, but if your remedy is through the courts or whatever, go make that address. Call the police, whatever you feel like you have.
That's why I'm fighting so hard.
And
I would die for him.
And that's how I feel about mine. So at the
And
end of the day,
honestly, I'm gonna tell you this. This is why I kept my son. Because when Nova met me, I was on a downward spiral and I wanted to die. I did. I'm still healing from a lifetime full of hurt. And when I had my son, he saved my life. And all people have tried to do is take him from me. And I don't know why, because I've never done anything wrong to anybody. But my son saved my life. He gave me a purpose. And that's why I kept him, regardless of the situation or how he was conceived.
sister, and Coco give you the truth.
I really think Coco is a funny, exuberant human being, honestly, despite everything that we've gone through. I have no, as far as her character, I can't really understand because I haven't seen the good side of her yet.
She gave you the truth. She gave you the truth.
I understand, and I appreciate the truth. The truth will set you free, right? And this has been a blessing on my life as much as it's been a curse.
Okay, so all right, so let me.
Thank you.
I thank you so much. I appreciate you, baby.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right. Definitely, Coco. I will definitely let you have your final thoughts. I'm not. I'm trying to be fair and unbiased, but I'm not gonna sit in this call with y'all all day. It's over. Y'all making me go cry. I'm about to go to the country and hug my son. I feel some type of way. What's going on, section? What you got?
All right. Let me. I'm not even going, because I'm reading the comments and, I know people could be ignorant, but let me just say this. I have 8 godchildren, okay? I have female friends who drop their kids off to my home and have been doing so since college. I have raised children myself. So the fact of the matter is, none of this, the child custody, none of this has nothing to do with me at all. If her child was in danger from 2-3 years ago, she would have said X, Y, and Z. And let me tell you, in the bed, he has been on his father's side. His father holds his son on the opposite side of the bed. If this girl would have called my phone, Shakie, and had a conversation, or if she would have called my phone or sent me a text message, the only reason I went on the attack is because she got on her live, a public platform, and called me out of my name. She called him a faggot multiple times. She called him a rapist. She said all types of stuff about me on her live without even calling me. I gave her the courtesy and called her. You know how many trans women with men right now that will be like, man, fuck that bitch. Leave that bitch alone. Da-da-da-da-da. X, Y, and Z. I have pushed him. Talk to your baby's mother. You made her feel in her mind that she was important to you, and she is important to you. Every time he said, man, fuck her, call her. That's your son's mother. Her energy has to exist around your son in order for him to be here for you. So all these comments and all these different people understanding all of that. The thing that I was most pissed off about is, bitch, if you can't dish it, then don't take it. You could call me every man, dude, tranny, this, that. I don't give a fuck. Google me and find out what kind of tranny I am. Most trans women we are taking over the world because our importance of living, our quality of life is so much more important than us trying to infiltrate somebody else's life. She's making up all of these assumptions about me and did not even give me the same courtesy that I gave her, which was picking up my phone and having a conversation with her outside of social media. When her and Novian got into a situation, she felt the need to not only attack him, excuse me, publicly, she felt the need to attack me. And she felt the need to insert herself to attack me. That is the only reason I have spoken out. You think she the first bitch that all came after me and said X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah? No. So in her mind, she keep thinking we're trying to take custody. We're trying to take custody. When I called her on the phone, I told her about our plan. She said, what are y'all planning on doing? We want to have a surrogate. Whoop-de, whoop-de, whoop, X, Y, and Z. I understand her. I understand her frustration, Shakie, because any woman that feels like their child's father is choosing something over the other, but I have never prompted him to choose. I've always prompted him to make things right because I like a peaceful life. They could say whatever they want. They could do whatever.
Don't read the comments.
Look, Shakie, they could say whatever. I read the comments, black neck, big girl, linebacker, this, that. I read the comments. The fucked up thing about all of this is, if it would have happened to any one of your bitches that's watching this live, they would be on here pissed off, mad, and it don't have to be with a trans person. The fact that I'm a trans person was just the icing on top of the cake. I don't understand how I'm the same person that tried to take her child, but the last girlfriend tried to take her child away from her. Every girlfriend he don't been with has tried to take her child. So how am I now the victim, putting the reason why something don't exist? That ain't my, no. The only reason I had something to say to the bitch is because she called me out on her live and people was tagging me in it. And at the end of the day, I have my own character to defend. I don't got to defend myself to these comments. I don't have to. If I wanted to, I would go on TV. Ask me how many TV deals I've turned down. Ask me how many people I've told no because they wanted to exploit my story. Now I'm doing a reality TV show. So now I can tell my story. But my story ain't got nothing to do with Novian and his child at all. I've told him time and time again, it's going to catch up to you where this bitch is going to think that I'm the reason why you don't want to deal with her. When I'm the number one source that has been pushing him to have conversations with him. With her about the child. So whatever she needs to say, whatever people need to say to make themselves feel great, feel good, it's cool. It's 100% fine. But
do you think that the child is in any type of harm or danger?
No. Even he said it. Let me tell you something.
I think you looking from outside. Do you think he's a good father? He's not around? I hope not. I don't know if he is or not. But do you think?
No, I think Novian is a great father. I just think that she wants to be in a position where she controls how he parents and how he's around his son. If he wants to pick his son up and take his son somewhere and she's sending text messages like, oh, why I can't come with y'all, or why y'all not including me? Why does she have to be included in something that he wants to do with his son? That's not even involving me. When Novian has his son, he takes his son to Legoland, he takes his son to this, to dinner, to X, Y, and Z. I'm not involved with that. And I don't want to be involved with that because that's his own time with his son. My child, that child has never.
Why do you think she feels the child is in danger?
I really honestly purposely think she's doing all of this because she wants to spite Novian. I really think that's what it is. She's in love with Novian, or was in love with Novian, or was in love with the idea of a family with Novian. And yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say he's a perfect person. He probably played all types of mind games. What nigga you know don't play all types of mind games at X, Y, and Z? He didn't play those mind games on me. And a lot of people who know me know that I'm sorry, I'm just not that naive when it comes to shit. I'm just not that naive. People sit here and think that Novian has a mouth of his own. He's just very quiet. And he's unbothered by a lot of stuff because, again, he's been through enough trauma in his life, excuse me, to last him a lifetime. The only resolution, and so she wants justice. So she thinks somebody did something wrong to her because she chose to deal with somebody who ultimately chose somebody else over her. So she wants justice. I don't want justice. You know why? Because at the end of the day, that child is going to suffer. The only thing that I've ever wanted was a resolution. What is the resolution? You can't have a solvable resolution with an end of. I'm a comedian, Shakie. I laugh more than I cry. I laugh more than I do anything. What is the purpose? She keeps talking about we went on the radio. We didn't go on the radio to discuss her son. We didn't even talk about her son. We went on the radio to talk about our relationship. And you know what? If she chooses to keep her son away from the daddy his whole life till he's 18, when he turned 18, he's going to have a decision he got to make. When he turns 13 and 14 and he start looking at the mama crazy, like what's going on? He start wanting to ask his daddy questions and his dad can have a random man conversation. What's she going to do then? She could do whatever she wants to do that's in the right of her child to protect her child. She could do whatever it is she wants to do. But Novian and his entire family have went to the courts to make sure he has joint custody so he could see his child. This is his son, regardless of what. He's never put his child in danger. And up until she heard that radio interview by somebody else who was trolling, she didn't have a problem. She knew who Coco was because he's always talking about Coco, Coco, Coco. He's always talking about Coco. She thought I was a biological woman. Then she found out I'm not a biological woman, and all of a sudden, the nasty text messages come in. And if you want to see them, I have them. If you want the whole world to see the screen, pick up those text messages. I have them. No, on your phone. So I've always said, like, okay, man, she can't be that crazy. I called her and I said, sis, if you want to meet up to have a face-to-face, I'm cool. So you can meet me. You can know where your child is going to be. I said, if you need help with aftercare, if you need help with school, I will help you. And it wasn't because I was doing that to say I got more money. It was because I know how it is to be a single parent. I have several friends who are single parents. You can ask any one of them how I am around their children, period. So that clap was just like, damn, like, okay, well, what do I do? The message that she sent you. Right after.
So listen, if she doesn't want you to be a part of the baby's life, can you respect that? If it's
She
just
said,
you.
you make me sick. So this is after her finding out. You make me sick. You know nothing about family or what it means to sacrifice for your responsibilities. You tell all our business to people don't even have you or your son's best interest. So if you and your little man wifey want war, so be it. I should have had this baby alone and never let you back in. Biggest mistake of my life. Fuck you and your petty money. Your money never made, a father never will. He's a deadbeat. He ain't giving money, so fuck him and his money. And for your information, your little wannabe woman sure as hell don't even mind taking responsibility for all the money you provided anyway. So I guess you've never really done shit after all. Then she sends, I mean, come on. There's so many messages here. There's so many. I hope it's worth it. Just know you can miss payments out of spite because you're mad, but it's going to hurt you in the long run. You love to let your bitches disrespect me and you stay with the lies. You will be lucky if you ever have anything to do with your son from now on. You're dead to me. She's saying all this shit, but she has never once said one time, let me call this girl and have a conversation with this man girl. Let me call this man girl that say I got all this money. Let me call this man girl and talk to her. She didn't do that. I had the courtesy to call her. You want to talk about what a real woman is? Her phone. Yes, it was after the radio interview, but another thing that people need to understand, if a man is dating a trans woman, he is not at liberty to open up his mouth and disclose that because that's something that he has to process on his own. See, what happens is women want men to come out right away and be like, just say you're a faggot. Just say you're a faggot. Just say you're a faggot. And in the back of their mind, he's not looking at me like no dude. You know what I'm saying? He's not looking at. So I could care less. I've never chased a man. I never will chase a man. If he does some fucked up shit, bitch, you know what the door is. So everybody thinking this is a what beneficial relationship? What industry relationship? He doesn't have a degree in what I do. He doesn't come with me to executive board meetings. He doesn't. He doesn't come to me saying, babe, I need some money because I'm trying. He doesn't. He gets up every morning and he makes his own fucking money. Every fucking morning. He gets up. I work from home. He gets up every day and he makes his own money. Now, for me, all that I've ever tried to do with him is make sure that he was able to see his son. But again, everybody that's you know, commenting and doing whatever. The only reason I said something is because the bitch went on live and said something. And bitch, what I'm not going to do is let nobody spit dirt on my name or talk shit about me. Because before this live, before I decided to even go live and tell this story or say anything, it was quiet. It was quiet. You know how many trans women are dating men who have baby mamas and their baby mamas have no clue? And I said, nah, we can't do that. It was his choice to do what he has to do. So all this anger and frustration that she's putting out on me, saying all these negative things about me, touching her child and all this stuff, trying to make me look like I'm some type of whatever, she needs to take it up with her son's father. And he has been willing and open. But again, this girl is crazy. And I'm not saying she's the crazy in a bad way. She is crazy, but she don't have no right to speak on things that she don't know about. And at the end of the day, you cannot come for me unless I send for you. And the only reason I entertained her, the only reason I entertained her, took time out of her day to go on live and say shit about me. Then she tried and pose no man to the world and expect the man to be like, oh yeah, it's cool. You don't told the whole family.
Sis, I think this is what y'all need to do. Y'all need to navigate through this. If she doesn't want you around the child, can you respect that? Yes or no?
Yes. I never begged her to be around her child. Never. Never.
So listen to what I'm saying. Listen, hear me out. She is saying, whether it be true or not, or if this is true that she feels, she is saying that she feels that there is a safety issue with you around the child. If she asks you that and you say you can respect it, then guess what? When the child over, go to your teen house. Come to my house. I got a snack in Atlanta. I'll give you. My sister stays in Atlanta. I'll let you go by her house if that's what you want to. But I know you say you want to put out your own house and this is all crazy. But if you love the baby, if you love her, you got to love the situation that she's presented because that's his mother. Until him navigate this, until people grow up, that's what maybe you have to do. I did give you time. I gave her time. I have to go. I got to pee. So let me say these little final few words. But I do thank you for joining my life. And I want you to keep your breast in situation because I do want you to come back and give us them. Congratulations on the show. I will be watching. Congratulations on the wedding. I will be there. And so definitely I hope that you come back and definitely keep me abreast of the situation. I love y'all. I hope y'all have help y'all navigate this girl. Because y'all have to. The baby involved, y'all been to get married. The only way to progress is to progress. Don't digress. Thank you. All right. So with that being said, okay, y'all. So listen. Check it out. This is. I want them to navigate this. I want them to get this situated. I hope they do it without the courts. I really do. Honestly. I do thank them for coming alive because it's not all time come and tell your life. It's so personal. They are their land. And I'm not sure about how the laws work. I have no earthly idea. But I think they're a more progressive state than probably Louisiana. But I will say this, that the danger part, I hope she be careful with saying that. If she truly believes that child is danger, do whatever. But if you don't believe it, you know your child is not in danger, I will pray that you could find another way to be hurt. Yeah, I've been caught. Yeah, all my legs hurt, girl. I gotta pee. Girl, my side hurt. But this was a very heavy topic. I'm glad we had this topic. I'm glad we had a discussion. Shout out to my guests. Shout out to them coming and tell us what they think and what they feel and what's going on and sharing the bit of their life with us as they progress in the future. And I'm gonna just end it at that. I pray for them, and I hope they keep it. I will try to keep abreast. I will post both of their information, whoever side you was on, that y'all can see, and if you want to follow and just keep abreast of what they're doing, y'all can just feel free to do that. So thank y'all for coming and sipping with Shakie. It's been a heavy topic. I love all of y'all. Y'all be blessed. You heard me? And I will see y'all on the next episode. Good night, Sip Nation. I'm done for the night. So I'm going to give my son a hug because this is a heavy situation. It's touched me personally. So I do love y'all. Good night.